Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's good, everyone? Shout out. Um, Once again, thanks for tuning in to World Combat Sports. People be seeing you live up there, and then I can't say because it's a fight card going on this week, so people call you right when you're going live. But appreciate the heads up, Alexander, and everything, and everybody else in the building. Hey, big deal. You know what I'm saying? You see the topic, okay? Let me pretty much put the thumbnail up there for you if you didn't see it. But alert, alert! It's WBA has ordered Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez to face Dmitry Bivol. Now, this is absolutely, it breaks things up, you know what I'm saying? Because really, in light of what we've already seen, we have Canelo Alvarez stepping in there with Gennady Golovkin. And if he's successful with this fight, then, Eddie Hearn was putting it out there. And then um, the boxing outlets was putting the news out there trying to build up a Canelo Alvarez Dmitry Bivol rematch. Now, the WBA has ordered this fight, and let me take you to this article by Bad Left Hook. All right, it says the WBA has officially ordered light heavyweight title holder Dmitry Bivol to defend his belt against Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. All right, potentially ending any speculation about Bivol's next opponent this fall. Bivol was 20 victories, 0 defeats, 11 coming by way of knockout. Is coming off a huge career booster win over Canelo Alvarez on May 7th and has been slated to return in September or October, with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing looking to line him up close to a Canelo return against Gennady Golovkin on September 17. The plan is to do a Bivol versus Canelo rematch next Cinco de Mayo. See, that's what Eddie Hearn has going on. But check this out. Ramirez, 44 victories, 0 defeats, 30 by way of knockout, is a former super middleweight title holder whose record is built largely on, just basic opponents. All right. Including a trio of pretty basic matchups since signing with Golden Boy, hitting bottom in a mismatch against Dominique Bozell on May 14th. They go on to say Ramirez has said repeatedly that he wants the Bivol fight. At one point, he thought it would have to happen because he didn't think Bivol would get the Canelo fight he was chasing. He did, and he made a good count of it. So pretty much what's going on here, we're trying to find out if Bivol will pretty much get a push to face Gilberto Ramirez other than Canelo Alvarez, because we all know the bigger fight is Canelo versus Bivol. They already stepped in the ring before, and also it provides Canelo, who didn't have that opportunity to face Floyd Mayweather in a rematch, it leaves the door ajar for him to face Bivol in his first rematch in his career. You know what I'm saying? In his first rematch, it allows him the opportunity to step in there for his first rematch. Now, we all seen what happened the first time around. I really don't want to go into the excuses that was given, by Canelo Alvarez. He said he wasn't 100%, this, that, and the other, okay? But we all seen what happened. So he can pretty much talk the way he talk, say what he say, but we pretty much seen what happened. So let's just hold on, to everything. Let's just see how it plays out with Gennady Golovkin, see how he looks, see how, if Gennady Golovkin is able to, render some type of challenge that we didn't see coming, because he looked okay against Yola Murata and picking up the WBA strap. So let's see how he looks in his older age against Canelo. And ass whoopings teach you also. You learn from ass whoopings. Real talk. And I think Canelo learned from an ass whooping. What he learned was 2 of his losses has been ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? Just because you lose don't mean you got your ass whooped. But in 2 of Canelo's losses, he got his ass whooped. So therefore, I'm curious to know if, when it comes down to Canelo, is he willing to abandon some of those overhyped traits that people was giving him with punching the bicep and shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Is he willing to abandon that in the rematch if he gets it? But to be honest, he lost. I think Zurdo Ramirez, who is undefeated with 40 victories in, he should be the next one stepping in there with Dmitry Bivol. We'll see how it plays out. Get back to the chat. Alexander say, "What up, WCS? Don't know if you're talking yet, but appreciate that info. Good looking out." But yeah, somebody decided to call me doing the intro. Mr. Pass on deck with it. What's good? WCS salute. You're on mute, bro. Appreciate y'all. Come back. What up? What up, Mitch? What's good with it, bro? Y'all be going in to my plug your mic in. No, I was somebody called me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Comeback gonna do his live in sign language, but you know, hey, it's no way to do the live in sign language without a camera now. You know what I'm saying? SON on deck, what's good? Andrew Charles, what's good? World Telepathy Sports. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? WBA treating Bivol like a chump. Then he just defend versus Canelo. They already ordering shit. Damn. Good for boxing fans, but they don't do all their champs like that. We're talking about the WB ordering the number one to fight. No one ordered him to fight Canelo Alvarez. That was a voluntary. You know what I'm saying? That was a voluntary. That didn't have anything to do with a mandatory defense. Does it count? Absolutely not, because Canelo wasn't ranked up there at the light heavyweight, and he just chose to put his name in the hat and get the fight. You know what I'm saying? What Canelo liked doing. No excuses for Canelo. He gassed out and got beat up versus Bivol. Absolutely. Canelo has the worst rope-a-dope in history. Man, we can't even consider that a rope-a-dope. You know what I'm saying? Even though he felt like he was doing something, he looked bad sitting on those ropes like that. But when it comes down to, do I want to see Zurdo Ramirez stepping there with Bivol? Yes, because they both can box. And this will be a step up for Zurdo, a light heavyweight. It will. It'll be a step up for him. I want to see him, man. I want to see how he handles, a big fighter like Dmitry Bivol, who has bragging rights, even though it's not in his campaigning division. He has bragging rights, man. This dude had bragging rights against Canelo Alvarez. He's the only guy to defeat Alvarez since Floyd Money Mayweather was active. You know what I'm saying? Since the defeat with Floyd Money Mayweather, man, he's the only one to do it. I mean, it's crazy. So let's see how that plays itself out. You know how boxing goes. It's all about the business, and it's all about who see fit on how to make these maneuvers in boxing, and whether they want to pay close attention to Zurdo and Bivol. From what I hear, it'll probably go to a purse bid or something like that. I'm not sure. The money shouldn't be an issue, but I read some article. People talking about it right now. I really don't know if money really going to be an issue between these two, but I'm pretty sure Zurdo is going to get paid pretty decent than any other his fights, because he's stepping in there with the guy who just came off Canelo Alvarez. I know. I'm just curious to know if Bivol will get a pay raise from dispersing Canelo Alvarez. Did his price point go up? Is yesterday's prices in the past and today's prices all brand new for Dmitry Bivol after defeating Canelo? I'm curious, bro. I'm really curious of that. Hold on for a second. So y'all keep your Your ears tuned in for that information as the clock ticks in another moon. And you know what I'm saying? And we try to figure this all out. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? But don't let it you know, draw down and suck in your soul. You know what I'm saying? Don't get your feelings hurt once again. You know, this is a fight a lot of people are not going to look forward to because it's not a bigger fight than Canelo and Bivol. It's not. But Zurdo, man, deserves his respect. You know what I'm saying? Check out my interviews with him. I interviewed him twice. One in Frisco, Texas, and the other one when he was in NYC. So be sure to check out my interviews with Zurdo. Mitch say, okay, I thought Bivol would have a certain amount of time before he was ordered. I mean, that he does have a certain amount of time. Absolutely. He has a certain amount of time once it's ordered, yeah. But they have to come up. I believe they have to come up with a something that's confirmed by August. So this news broke, I believe, July 10th, which was yesterday. So they have to August 10th, which will calculate it to a 30-day period. Within 30 days, they have to come up. That's why I was talking about it may go to a purse bid or whatever the case may be. But yeah, they have 30 days, bro. Oscar will find a way to F this up. I don't know, man. I hope the best for Oscar because I'm going to tell you, when he was down here in the A, you know what I'm saying? I was so close. I couldn't if even if I walked up there, I know he wouldn't have gave an interview. But he was so fucked up on the telecast, man. It was hilarious, man. I like that Oscar. I like that Oscar than a no personality having bland ennui type of individual when he was boxing. Like the Floyd Mayweather that was that Triller card, fucked up. Oh man, that shit was hilarious, man. that dude was off the rails, man. It was funny though. I like that Oscar, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had a personality to him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you know, going up on the bridge where you know it's bombs at and trying to teach the gospel. Hey, all of you down here, you have a brighter future ahead of you, okay? You know what I'm saying? I brought you some sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you any money. I brought you some bag lunches. You understand me? All right? And I got some cheese and crackers in there. Or did you bring us something to drink? No. Now you're getting a little greedy. I mean, it's not one of those deals where it's nightmarish to think about. Oscar De La Hoya fucking up this fight. I think he's gonna dress it up. You know, he's gonna take respect to the decor that Zurdo Ramirez is not just a bum. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bum, and it should be a very entertaining fight for Bivol because both fighters can box. You know what I'm saying? I'm hard pressed to see Bivol losing right now. How smart he looked, how strong he looked against Canelo. My only thing was he wasn't really. No, I can't say that. In times that I thought he could have put Canelo in more trouble than he did, I didn't think he really wanted to just throw that gear down too and try to speed over Canelo, man, and really prove a point. He played it safe to get the victory, but yet while playing it safe, he was smart. So I really can't sit up here and criticize Bivol for how he went about delegating his boxing authority because he got it done. And he has Canelo on his record greenlit. I damn sure don't want Bivol waiting around for Canelo. What happens if Triple G does what Sombrero says and pulls it off? Then Bivol left at the altar. Okay. Let's talk about Sombrero, what he said. You know, we all understand, right? When somebody's being disingenuous. And in wake of everything that happened before with Ryan leaving the Eddie Reynoso camp and Canelo coming out there bad mouthing Sombrero, and then he turns around and pick Gennady Golovkin to win. I think it's more so a bit of animus between them two. That's what I believe. You know, their their respect between one another seems unstable, and that's what happens when you're in a competitive sport like boxing, and you have individuals that have once was on. I don't know if they ever broke bread together, but they did train under the same roof, right? So I'm not sure how deep their relationship was when it came to friendship, but I find it disingenuous for Ryan Lion Garcia to pick Gennady Golovkin, and then a fighter who Ryan is talking about he wants to fight. Canelo comes out and he echoes that Gervonta is his favorite fighter. Like all of a sudden they playing games. Now this could all be cahoots, you know, or it could be something that both of them are standing true to their sides and they just talking shit. It could be cahoots, or it could be just them talking shit. You know, to make the other one feel unpleasant. You have to take that in consideration, man. You have to, hey, Mitch, you have to address the symptoms. Okay. We have to address the symptoms. The symptoms tell me is that the younger fighter in Ryan Lion Garcia, he's gonna feel some type of way about Canelo, talking shit about him. And then Canelo being who he is, what he had in life and boxing, he's gonna take a jab and say, you know what? Gervonta, my favorite. Yeah, no cap, no payday, no payday. Just yes. Gervonta, my favorite. How? Does anybody have on record where he said that last year? Has anybody been on record? I mean, seriously. Has he been on record last year saying that Gervonta Davis was his favorite fighter? And then also with that retrieval, can somebody retrieve when Floyd Mayweather not too long ago was saying that I made Canelo that was easy work. That was easy work. That was easy. He said that. No hesitation on nothing. He said that shit was easy work. So which one is it, man? Who's in cahoots for one another? Like, what's going on here, man? People are confused as to this praise is coming in for Gervonta Davis, all because Ryan Lion Garcia wants to fight Gervonta, and Canelo believes that it may be a meeting between these two in the near future. But he just want to put that out there already. You know what I'm saying? Canelo just want to say, hey, who's your favorite fighter? He didn't say Errol Spence, because I remember Errol Spence asked, who's your favorite fighter? He said Canelo. But Canelo asked, boom, he says Gervonta Davis. I'm not trying to, turn up the static. All right. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to give you a visual of how it looks from the overpath. That's all I'm doing. I'm just transmitting information. Queen Sombrero picked up Rolando. Can't trust his hot takes. I know, man. He lost 20 on freaking Rolly. No way. No way. I don't know what was up with that. I really don't know. I know damn well him and Rolly can't be good friends right now. He can't be. To Canelo credit, he always showed love to Tank. Okay. J Ocho on deck. What's good with it? What's good with it, bro? Don't know if he's ever used the word favorite, but Canelo has said Tank is one of the guys he likes to watch. I think he did recently. I could have sworn Canelo said that Gervonta Davis was his favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? I could have sworn he did. I'm not putting 100%, fact to that, but I could have sworn and everything that he did say that. You know what I'm saying? On the barrage of verbal sparring, I believe Canelo said what he said, bro. I don't have a preponderance of evidence, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I could have sworn he did. All right, I could have sworn he did, but y'all look out for that. You know. Moving on. I'm not sure. I didn't put them in my title, or nor did I put them in um my details on my YouTube shit. But I'm a bit puzzled when it comes to this weekend with Frank Martin, stopping Jackson Marinez in the 10th and final round. How all of a sudden Chris Colbert, who lost to Hector Garcia, I don't know if it's something that people just want to put out there as a flashbang grenade, or just try to do a diversion tactic. But when it comes to boxing, sometimes, a lot of times, it takes us back to the playground, even though we're unable to physically, enjoy that moment. It takes us back to the playground because we look at things back at the playground, and we pretty much was able to put the shit together on which little part of the playground we wanted to frolic in, whether it be the swing set, the sliding board, the monkey bars, and all this shit. Then it comes down to boxing, where something comes out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Like something we wasn't expecting come out the blue. Like a motherfucker swinging on the swing. He gets too high. He come off the back. He busts his motherfucking head on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think that was going to happen because we was kids back then, but sometimes swinging too high and want to backflip off the swing, the shit don't land the way it's supposed to. Hearing the news about Chris Colbert coming to the conversation about Frank Martin was one of those release points on the swing set. You know what I'm saying? Well, you just try to do a backflip off that and you bust your head on the damn sawdust. It makes no sense at all. Chris Colbert is at 130, and I can almost guarantee, like, Errol Spence will not have Frank Martin, who looks strong in the latter rounds against Jackson Marinez, drop down to 130 for Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert is coming off a loss for a title eliminator, and also Chris is at a lower division, which he has no title. He has no title. Now, he was right there in the shoot. If he would have won the title eliminate, he would have won against Roger Gutierrez, and he would have been able to fight for that title, but he didn't. Now, conversation is Chris Colbert. What is going on? Is Chris Colbert planning on moving to 135 or what? If not, I don't want to talk about it, Chris. Real talk, I don't want to talk about it. Now, for Frank Martin to step in the square against Rolly Romero, I like that. I like that shit. I like that per se. Shout out to Mark Nash on deck. What's good? Don't know if he ever read that. Look, I like the name drop of Rolly Romero because Rolly is not undefeated no more. It wasn't like Rolly Romero had something to prove, because he absolutely did. People look at that gift that he was given in Kinetic, and he absolutely did have something to prove, because Jackson Marinez clearly outboxed him. Now, outside of that, Rolly really haven't did anything super special, outside. And leading into that fight with Gervonta Davis, he was already supposed to step in there, and somehow, all these accusations start flooding in, and they pulled him from the fight. So Isaac Cruz was able to go in there and go the distance. When it was Rolando Romero's time, he failed. He was counseled in the 6th brutally. And now it leads us to the Frank Martin situation. Frank Martin can box. Very strong, aesthetically gifted fighter when it comes to, how he looks at a lighter weight class. And Rolly is too. Rolly is aesthetically gifted. Both of them have physiques at 135 that make them look physically fit to go in there and bang it out, like strength for strength. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Frank Martin is the better boxer, but when I say Frank is the better boxer, it was some people in here just saying, you know what? Only gave Gervonta Davis 1 round out of that 5. Rolly was pretty much having his way. I'm saying, okay, so was he having his way because he was outboxing Gervonta, or was he having his way because he's an unorthodox brawler and he does have that strength? And Gervonta was giving him respect that he didn't want to get touched again early in the fight. He even said he felt Rolly's power early, and he said, "No, I ain't gonna try to get him right now. I'm gonna wait till later." So coming around to Frank Martin, I think that's a good fight for him because he's trying to make his way up the ladder. And what better stop off point than to face Rolly Romero, who's coming off a loss, who's a strong fighter. And let's be honest, Frank Martin is not that dude that has Rolly knockout power. In my opinion, I don't think he does. And to be honest with you, if Frank Martin chooses to stand there early and bang it out with Rolly, it may not work well for him because I think Rolly is that dude when it comes to strength. Real talk, I think he's strong. Frank Martin don't look like a punk either when it comes to, if he's throwing up some weight in the gym, anything. Both of these fighters are you have to get a physique for that weight class of A+. Rolly looked like a goddamn a welterweight in there against Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta doesn't have that physique, but look, Gervonta was blessed. He was blessed with TNT. So Gervonta, though he's not the biggest fighter in the fight, his bite, the bite that Gervonta has, is incredible. He may not be the biggest dog in the fight, but Gervonta's bite, fuck the growl. Gervonta don't even growl no more like that. Gervonta has calmed down and he's low-key savage. He just let his hands do the talking most of the time now. So with the knockout Rolly, receive, and I'd be surprised if he gets that fight again immediately. But let's see Frank Martin and Rolly Romero, man, or Frank Martin, Nakathilia. Let's see something like that at 135. Let's keep the ball rolling. As far as Ryan Garcia this weekend, I'm not gonna just say I want to pick Ryan because I said that Javier Fortuna quit. I'm not picking nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna watch the fight and see how it plays out. Seriously, because on one side we have Ryan Garcia, who's the pound for pound Duck Masters Coalition, Capion, and then you have Javier Fortuna. He's part of the Funk Master Quit crew. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the Funk Master, the quitting crew. I seen him quit in there against Adrian Granados. I seen it. So therefore, I have to weigh on the side of caution. I don't know what Javier Fortuna has planned. I don't care who he fought after that. I just remember him quitting. And you know what they say about quitters, bro. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch the fight. I'm not gonna get too crazy about it, but I'm gonna move on to the next topic. My father had to get some hydration. So, moving on there, listeners. And hit the like button if you're in the building. Check this out. Let's stop in study hall for a second. All right, I'm gonna get these chats right quick. Rolly still suspended by the NY Athletic Commission. What does that mean? What does that mean? He's still suspended. Why would anybody tell me he's still suspended? Seriously, why is someone talking about him being still suspended? What does that mean exactly to the conversation? Enlighten me. What does that mean? He's still suspended. Oh, you're looking at the indefinite? That don't mean anything. Rolly's just look when cats get knocked out, let's say on a regional level, they might be suspended 60 days. Now, this fight is definitely not going to happen 60 days. And freaking Frank Martin just got out of training camp and went into a fight and just had a fight. All right. So we have, you got to look at when he had his last fight, Rolly Romero, which, was on the 28th, May 28th. So by the time it comes back around, he would have had a full 90 anyway before any talks, if any, comes about with him and Frank Martin. So, around 60 days, man, Rolly Romero suspended or whatever, they can still come in the talks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about it. Triple G and Canelo Alvarez was in talks, They was in talks while both fighters were suspended. That's just cautionary on the side of the commission to look out for the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Just because Rolly Romero was knocked out the way he did, it's more so a 60-day suspension or until they can give him the green light to go get checked out. He passed the medicals, which, when it comes to boxing, the medicals really don't matter. It depended on the names of the fighter and the promoters who want to make the fight. The commission can get shit approved anyway, anyhow. You know what I'm saying? We all know how that works. Money talks. Money fucking talks, people. Frank Martin out there looking like Andre Berto. So y'all trying to compare all dark-skinned brothers? Is it say they look alike, Mitch? You trying to compare all these dark-skinned brothers? They look alike? That's not good, bro. At least Rolly still shows ABCs, unlike Tim Bradley after Provodnikov. Well, for one, we understand that Desert Storm fight with Provodnikov was much different carnage than Gervonta Davis. That fight was two fighters being able to battle in a way that they was both taking punishment and still standing. As in Rolly Romero, the first entry that he committed himself to, it was all wrong, and Gervonta cut off his lights. Not so much with Timothy Bradley Provodnikov. That was absolutely a firefight. We didn't get to see the firefight between Gervonta and Rolly Romero like we seen with Timothy Bradley and Provodnikov. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Cooking with Sir Senior, salute, brother. How you feeling? I don't know about so many of these fighters quitting. Who exactly? Coco in the building. What's good? Yeah, free Brittany, man. Free Brittany. Absolutely. She already been to court. She admitted. She pleaded guilty without intention. And I can kind of see where she's coming from, talking to other people on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They trying to damn play hardball with her. If it was a very prepossessing female, attractive is all get out, people would be like, oh, bring her home. Oh my God, bring her back. We miss her. What the fuck you talking about? You don't even know her. But I still miss her though. You see how gorgeous she is? I mean, with Brittany, people want to make it seem like, she don't mean nothing. Yeah, she does, man. I'm saying she has a wife, I believe she's married, a girlfriend or what have you. She's a WNBA star. I remember watching her when she was in high school, y'all. in high school. But not to get off topic. Not to get off topic. Jackson Ramirez was winning some of the rounds. He was. He was showing his toughness. But all of a sudden, he just crumbled. He just crumbled, bro. He just broke down and crumbled. I was like, what? It just he broke down and just totally went out. And I didn't, I gotta look at the fight again. I already watched it twice. I just didn't see a point where a punch was landed and it absolutely scrambled his neurological system like that. He was disorientated, dumbfounded. I didn't see the punch. Like when Gervonta hit Rolly Romero, it absolutely caused a thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying? It caused a thunderstorm, goddammit. Lightning was striking cha 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 in the worst way. You can tell by Rolly Romero's left leg twitching back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I was ringside. I was turning up the radio. Here comes the percolator. Here comes the percolator. Perk, 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 perk. Oh, man, it's a good times, man. Come here, fool. I'm just alluding to Frank and Berto physique, biceps and traps. I don't even think they have the same physique like that. I just know that, Frank Martin, he's been in the gym, and, if he was to lose some of that muscle, he can definitely fight at a lower weight class. You know what I'm saying? He could. But he's going to hold on to it. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a matter of time before he starts to move up to 130. If I'm looking at it correctly, right? I mean, not 130, 140. If I'm looking at it correctly, he's going to be there for quite some time, in my opinion. Because, we have the belt situation going on with Devin Haney. And we can only speculate what the second time around in Australia is going to be for Haney. I'm not going to dare prognosticate any negative outcome. I'm just going to go in there with a positive mindset that he can pull this shit out a second time without it being a sabotage or a disaster. For Frank Martin, I thought he was fighting at 140. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was fighting at 140. So since he wasn't fighting at 140, it's enough opponents there for him if he ain't looking to pick up a strap, unless it's an interim or something like that. He might be able to go that route. But as far as his competition, he has competition down there. But as, them super titles coming to play, I don't see it, Frank. I don't see it, bro. I don't see you getting a hold of one of those super titles anytime soon. It don't matter if you called out Devin Haney or not. From what I see, Devin Haney will box your ears off right now. For real. Devin Haney will box his ears off, bro. You wanna start coming on late with Devin? Go right ahead, bro. But I wouldn't mind seeing Isaac Cruz face Frank Martin, Nakathila. Who else is out there? I'm not gonna say Richard Comey. Richard Comey has a fight scheduled anyway coming up. Lomachenko is not going to be fighting anybody except the name of Devin Haney. When he completes this contractual obligation. Gervonta's out the question. Ryan Garcia's out the question. So it is what it is, man. He has very limited pickings unless he's just fighting at the bottom of the chain at 35. He might even run into JoJo. To be honest, he might even run into JoJo. Jackson box, I still wonder how Comey stopped him. Richard Comey has this underrated power, man. Come on, man. Richard Comey has that TNT, that munition. They're not going to free her while Russian blood is on American hands. Maybe in the future, a political deal can be made for her release. I mean, all they want is a release of that criminal that's over here. That his crimes far supersedes some hash. I mean some hash oil or whatever she had in there, some marijuana oil. He was plotting, scheming that deals with terrorist type, allegedly terrorist type activity. Arms and all that shit. He was on a whole nother level. PBC likes to do in-house, and the belly is unsavory character, but Frank versus Comey could be a solid scrap. Another step up and good name for Martin. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna put Comey in there though. I think Comey has another fight coming up. I seen him when I was in NYC, and I could have sworn he had something coming up. He does. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I could have sworn he said he had something coming up, and he's still suspended from his knockout. Yeah, he has Jose Pedraza, like I thought. So look, check this out. Richard Comey, had that UD loss to Vasil Lomachenko, and that was in December, right? So he's been suspended, and he's supposed to fight Jose Pedraza August 27th. Now, that doesn't mean because he was knocked out, he was suspended for that long period of time. It's the fact that he was in training camp, and they want to make sure everything lines up with the fighter had ample amount of time, in this case, for training camp, and shit like that. So, yeah, he's facing Pedraza, man. He's facing Jose Pedraza, and that's going to be in Tulsa, Hard Rock Casino, Tulsa. Both of these guys have the same amount of losses. Richard Comey has a bit more experience, 30 victories, 4 losses, 27 knockouts. And Jose Pedraza is 29 victories, 4 losses, 14 knockouts. And we all know who stopped him. Don't need to mention that savage, El Chin Checker. I like 40, but like I always said, I don't see anyone special there. A shitload of good fighters, but nobody looks unbeatable. Very competitive division, though. I agree with that. I think Subriel Martinez is a starlight opposition at 140. I would like to see him matched up with somebody that's very doable like Regis. People still looking for the Rance Bartholomew and Gary Antoine Russell fight to see how he looks with that from his last fight. And of course, you have the Cepedas and the Ramirez fight that Cepeda's riding that momentum from stopping Jose Vargas the way he did. And we all know Cepeda had that energy. We all know he was that dude. He showed it in the Branchard fight. So, he took some punishment. He was dropped. But that's going to be a very good fight. Ramirez, former unified, he's no joke. He gets to come back. Come on, how does that work out? You get to come back and fight for the title that you lost to Josh Taylor. How sweet is that? I'm just wondering how Jose Ramirez was able to do it before Regis Prograis was able to do it. That's just me troubleshooting a little bit. How was that able to happen? Because Regis lost his title long before Jose Ramirez lost his WBC. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering why Regis was never thrown back into the square to contend for his WBA strap. But yet Jose Ramirez get to contend for the WBC. It is what it is, bro. Yep. They trying to trade BG for some evil war crime type dude. Yeah. He's a big deal. Arms, terrorists, planning and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Crazy. Marinas had Martin shaky in the mid rounds. Rolly had hurt him. I don't know if Rolly ever was in a moment where Marinas was hurt like he was against Martin. I didn't see it. I knew Rolly would look very undeveloped in that fight when it came to him just putting his hands, putting his combinations together. He looked like a Edgar Berlanga when he was just trying to load up on power shots. But Rolly was just doing it without setting up the jab, wasn't trying to do anything, just walk in and swing. You know what I'm saying? Wing and ding. That's all Rolly was trying to do with Ramirez. And they got old quick. You know, I don't know what the fuck Rolly was trying to do, but hey, that is what it is. That's an old fight. Comey does have something coming up. Yeah, I went over that. I think Rolly can hurt most 135ers if he lands. I mean, you have to look at it this way. Him and Tank went into the 6th round. A lot of people felt that Rolly Ramirez was winning most of those rounds before the stoppage. So therefore, it brings into question, is Rolly Romero, did he learn something for Gervonta? Because he's on record as saying he was fucking Gervonta up all 6 rounds. All right, let's not forget, right? He was fucking Gervonta up all 6 rounds, and he just got caught. He leaped in and got caught. If not for that, he feel that he could have went in and defeated Gervonta. He said he exposed Tank Davis. So is he smart enough when it comes to his boxing IQ to be able to box someone that's more technically sound than himself without getting knocked out or hurt? They gave Ramirez extra credit for beating Pedraza. Pedraza had a solid resurgence at 140, but should be Regis versus Payton, in my opinion. That would have been a great fight. Regis versus Payton, damn, that would have been a damn good fight right there. Very, very good fight. I'm sure 135 is tough cut for Rolly, but it's a glamour division right now, so they saying F140. I'm pretty sure a tough cut too, but one thing about it, if y'all remember, Rolly Romero had ballooned up in weight during the pandemic. But for his fight coming out of the pandemic, bro, I was impressed. You know, I was impressed with Rolly Romero losing all that freaking weight, man. You know, he might have a different type of toughness internally that he can lose all that weight because he's a big boy for 135, man. Seriously, he's a big boy for 135. Rolly Romero went from February 2020, right? Because he fought on the same time Deontay did, right? He fought Arturas Akhmedov. And he didn't fight again till August 15th. During that time off, I remember him being on live, and I was looking at his live, and he was, talking about what his weight was at that point. And you can tell how big he was. Like, he had gained mad weight. He was talking about all the Korean barbecue he was eating and shit like that. But for that dude to cut up the way he do it very quickly. I know he's still young now. And I can't knock him for that, because when I was his age, I could eat some shit like that and then get right quick. You know what I'm saying? Get right quick. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Rolly said he won all 6 rounds. Yeah, man. He won all 6 rounds. Let me get to the next topic that's dealing with the information that has eluded us. We really haven't heard too much more about the Crawford Spence situation. All we're going off of, not me, but all we're hearing out here in the YTC alleys are pretty much that Errol Spence saying the fight is 100% going to happen. Now let's go to study hall and do some math equations. And 100% is going to happen is not the 100% where you're saying, look, where you're saying, hey, I'm 100% sure I was in your class second period. All you got to do is check the cameras. That's a different 100% confirmation. 100% saying that the fight is going to happen this year is almost like a 0%. because that's just one person. It's not coming from multiple parties, and we can't sit up here and assume that what Errol Spence is telling us about 100% happening, and that it is going to happen sometime soon. Now, can he be right? Of course he can. He can be right, but that doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing that he says 100% going to happen. And regardless if he says this year, we haven't heard any news yet. Both fighters are on record as saying the fight is going to happen. Both fighters are on record. Real talk. Both fighters are on record. So it's not such a big deal to lean heavy that Errol Spence is doing something grand. He ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? We haven't heard anything. All we heard and read is clickbait. And we're pretty much in the water with this. We're pretty much in the water. I will say it doesn't matter how many stories are spoken on as to which fighter isn't doing what you consider them not to be doing. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any difference. You know, people can say what they want about Bud Crawford fans, and then you know you can say what you want about Spencerholics. All right. At the end of the day, this fight isn't made official. We don't hear any other news than what we heard before, and we have to just take it as it is. Now, when people come out here and try to create these like soap opera type scripts, when they want to group a community together, right? They want to group a community together, and they want to act like this is a screenplay. They want to act like it's a screenplay, and they want to come up with content about a certain group of individuals, let's say the Crawford supporters, and they don't have anything else to talk about when it comes to the fight. So they're just going to talk about the screenplay. You know, let me inject this information to the screenplay. Let me talk about this right here. All of it's fictional, because we know we live in a population of many, and there's no way that you can just say, okay, we're not hearing no more information, no brand new information on Crawford Spence. So now we're going to start just making up fictional tales about Crawford fan base and what Crawford isn't doing. And then when it comes to Spence, y'all acting like Spence is doing everything he's supposed to be doing. Spence ain't doing anything more than what Al Heyman allowed him to do. Not only that, he's not doing any more than what Floyd Mayweather is allowing him to do. Seriously. Because Floyd Mayweather had to go on the record and say, you know, I'm a shot caller. Whether you want to respect it or not, I'm a shot caller. You got to come through me. I'm definitely speaking to Al Heyman. And yes, I'm a shot caller. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what I am, and that's what I do. I call shots. So me listening to some of the information that's being pushed out here on the airways, it don't make me feel no type of way, man. It just puts me in a situation where I just sponge all this information up from afar until I hear the official announcement. I'm just sponging it up. I'm just listening. I don't care what people say about the Crawford supporters. It doesn't register any type of energy with me, because I've heard it before. When people talk about and they try to place a type behavior on Crawford fans, it does nothing for me, bro. It shouldn't have you feeling the way you do, because we've heard it before. People still talking about Gamboa hurting Crawford. You know what I'm saying? People still talking about Errol Spence doing the heavy lifting. Man, we've heard all this garbage before. The can is full. Somebody call the sanitation department. I can be that person, but I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to. I'm not going to sanitize this shit anymore, because it's old. It's beat the fuck up. And I don't care what type of storylines you come up with at the beginning of the day, and when you lay your head down, you know what you did in your life was absolute lie. You told lies. You don't even look. Y'all dudes is on payola. Y'all dudes is on Venmo and Cash App with Errol Spence. It's funny, dog. No one believes you, bro. No one believes y'all when you come out here and try to put this narrative that Errol Spence is doing everything, and you know it that he should, one sense, just give Crawford what he wants and take less. But yet, that's not what y'all was saying before. Y'all was saying that Terrence Crawford should just take whatever Errol Spence gives him. Now, y'all want to act like y'all in dire straits. And you want to say, well, Errol Spence should just give him what he wants. Just give the Omaha, Nebraska native what he wants. He deserves it to make this fight. Because look, this is what they're trying to portray. They're trying to say, well, Devin Haney took the lower end to get the prize. So they're trying to, without really saying it, they want to pretend like Errol Spence should just allow Crawford to get what he wants. All right. And Errol Spence take the lower half. Because it's you're dealing with an individual like Crawford that's not gonna budge on shit. I'm pretty sure he's not being unfair. I believe he's absolutely being genuine about negotiating his worth. All right. But one thing I did find out, which pretty much proved my point, is that Errol Spence does not care about his YouTube supporters like that. He said facts to a guy who called YouTube MFers. Now, from what I know, he was responding to a freaking tweet, but a lot of people was pretty much dumbfounded as to why he placed facts as a canopy in response to the guy calling YouTube MFers. A lot of people's feelings was hurt. And one thing I can say, without any doubt that I feel good about, to come back and forth on here, is that I've never been paid by no fighter, you know what I'm saying, to push a narrative. I never would accept that. You know what I'm saying? Some cats feel it's cool to sell your soul to support a fighter that's not going to be here that long. A lot of you cats are in bed with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? You choosing to take some type of whatever that chooses you to go in here and push false narratives. But at the end of the day, when he hang up them gloves, is the next person that you choose to get behind, are you hoping and wishing that the Jerron Ennis's put you on payroll? Hey, if you're able to get the bag, shouty, go ahead and get the bag. I ain't mad. Perfect your accuracy. That's all I'm saying. Perfect it. If you able to zoom in and you pick up the next fighter, because Spence ain't gonna be around too long. He's not gonna be around too long when it comes to this boxing game. He looked very comfortable as a promoter. Hair grown out. He looked like a super middleweight. So I know people gonna say, "Oh, that ain't true," because Derrick James say they train it. Man, stop it. A lot of fighters go in there and train, but they ain't getting in a fight shape this far out, and they don't know when the fight is going, signed or whatever the case might be. But he looks like he's been eating some good filet mignon, man. For real, it looks like he's been, consuming those calories and doing just fine. But this is what I want y'all to understand. It doesn't matter what you're speaking on. Like, the beacon's still the same. When we hear it, we say, okay, what are they talking about? Okay. We already been there, done that. So it doesn't matter if you feel that Terrence Crawford fans are this way or that way, and you're trying to basically stamp this behavior on those who support him. It don't matter, bro. If you want the energy, stop putting out fake ass news and come up with a date. Real talk. Come up with a date. A date. Get out the foxhole. Get out them foxhole, them private chats, and come up with a date. If you're not able to come up with a date, stop chambering these blanks. We've heard the popping sound. It doesn't sound the same, bro. We know you're firing duds. We've heard it. We've heard it, and we've heard it, and it's quite old right now. Look, I'm not gonna get on any panel to discuss this just because people up there, saying some dumbass shit. I'm not. Why am I gonna go up there and defend what? Wait till the fight is made. Wait till the fight is made, and then we can get to the hellfire. Besides that, I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling, man. I'm sitting right here chilling, man. It don't look, artistry is different for everybody when it comes to communication. So I'm just gonna sit back and chill, wait for the information to flow, and that's that. I'm moving on to the next. Deontay Wilder. I heard that he's supposed to be returning back to the sport, possibly at the end of this year, right? So my point is, right, people saying that they wouldn't mind him fighting Derek Chisora, who just got out the ring with Kubrat Pulev in a tough fight winning decision with Kubrat Pulev. Shouts to Derek Chisora too. You know what I'm saying? I know he was happy. His kids was there with him. This is a guy who come up on the losing end, but one thing we can say about him is that he comes to fight. He comes to fight. Now, I'm not sure how the Deontay Wilder team, what they planning. Should he come back and fight Chisora? I don't know. I don't know his state of mind. Like I've seen him do interviews with 78 Sports and some other people. He's in a different mindset. He's doing music. I think he released the album. I seen they just enjoying the fruits of their labor. So he want to get into making music and stuff. On the boxing side of things, I really can't dial it in, to be honest with you. It deals with stance switching for me. Like, yeah, I was heavy supporting Deontay Wilder, but right now I definitely have to take a different stance because I don't know, nor have I seen him back in the gym yet. It's no way for me to put him in the GPS and tell you which direction he's gonna go upon his return. I don't know if it's gonna be Derek Chisora, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz, Joe Joyce. I don't know. Joe Joyce is on record saying he think he can stop Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Then, because that's what they're going to do once the news break. And then you turn around for Derek Chisora. He probably feels the same way. And then Dillian White, yeah, we'll love to see Dillian White get that fight. But the big name that's out there, people, for nutritional value is the Anthony Joshua. The Anthony Joshua, man, when it comes down to the ranks, he has 2 losses just like Deontay Wilder. But he has a huge fight coming up to try to get his titles back against Alexander Usyk. Let's get this scenario. Let's just say he defeats Alexander Usyk and get his titles back, and he becomes three-time heavyweight champion. With every name that's out there potentially to face Joshua, do you believe he will finally step in the ring with Deontay Wilder if Deontay was coming back and he had the opportunity to, anybody and everybody was talking about, okay, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, he got his titles back. Deontay can fight. He's trying to become 2-time heavyweight champion. Will he, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, have more of a fair mindset for Deontay Wilder to face Anthony Joshua in the UK? Seriously, because there's no way they're coming out of the UK, bro. I wouldn't say never, but I just don't know if they're coming out of the UK for a fight of that magnitude. That would bring more light back on Deontay Wilder coming back from the Tyson Fury era. Him and Tyson Fury era with the trilogy. And they will redirect that light and radiate on him and Anthony Joshua. And that's a good deal right there. I like it. It's very civilized to say that is something that's so far off on the horizon. We just have to wait and see what happens. But if Joshua get those titles back and Deontay Wilder returns back to the sport to face Anthony Joshua, oh shit. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. But just a little information to flatter the live chat just a little bit. That would be absolutely grand, bro. If it plays out. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not rooting for Anthony Joshua just because I'm speaking on Deontay Wilder scenario based forecast. All I'm saying is if it was to go down like that, because now you have a little bit of momentum that's coming back full circle with both of these fighters. Even though Deontay lost his WBC title and Anthony Joshua did, if Joshua is able to reclaim and now comes back Deontay, who they've been waiting for, who would have been out the ring for a year already, he'd wait for him to return from the sport. I mean, that would be perfect timing. It will be absolutely perfect timing because we're talking about a guy who's a WBC reigning champion over 5+ years. For him to step back in there with a guy who pretty much avoided him back in 2018. Pretty much avoided him. So both of them have bragging rights. Deontay has bragging rights even with being stopped by Tyson Fury. You know why? Because he stepped in there with one of the toughest heavyweights. One of the toughest heavyweights of this era. He stepped in there with him 3 times and fought after the rematch for being stopped in the 7. He fought in court to get the damn trilogy. He wanted to go back in the battle, went in the battle, and went past the 7th round and was stopped in the 11th. So he still, gets that respect that he didn't have before. People saying, oh, he's this, he's that. But the man went in there and went out on his shield against Fury. Now, for Anthony Joshua, it goes without saying if he reclaims his titles, that's going to rejuvenate the rivalry that never happened between him and Deontay Wilder. It's going to reignite it, bro, because it never was able to basically what's the word I'm looking for? The Blaze never was able to go to anything to the point where the people start to say, okay, I believe this fight's gonna happen. Like back then, it was just teasing moments. The 12.5 million flat, 15 million flat. It was just teasing moments. But if Joshua can get his belts back, you're talking about an inferno. You're talking about now people are going to look at Deontay Wilder and say, yeah, I would like to see him and Anthony Joshua now. Better now than never. You know why? Because I believe the respect level has increased for those Deontay Wilder haters. I think a lot of them respect him for what he was able to do in the heat of battle. He didn't get it done, but he was there in the heat of battle and he crossed the lines of departure and went on the battlefields and fought. For Anthony Joshua, he lost his titles again in his protected domain. And if he's able to get them back, he builds up a little bit more respect on his side of the house. But that's just a little disclaimer to put out there. If Anthony Joshua, I don't know, man. That's a tough deal to kind of put that confidence on Joshua, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to get scorched. You want to give him the benefit. You don't want to get scorched in that. Just putting faith in Anthony Joshua going in here beating a guy like Usyk, who's cut from a different cloth. If you look at his hairstyle, he's a different type of fella. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Usyk is a different type of fella, man. He is. He's a different type of fella when it comes to this damn art of combat. I'm wondering, can Joshua pull it off again? One thing we know for sure, there, listeners, one thing we know for sure is that Alexander Usyk is not coming into that fight overweight and looking absolutely pathetic like Andy Ruiz did. It's not happening. It's not happening, bro. It is absolutely not happening. So the next plan of attack is, are we going to have a fight that makes sense in this rematch that plays out the way we thought it did in the first fight to the second? Like, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. It pretty much, will it be clean or will it be embroiled in scandal? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, bro. It's hard to think that this fight, it may turn out the way Alexander Povetkin when he stepped in there with Dillian White the second time. He could barely stand up. Like, is everything going to be in place for this fight? Because this is a huge fight, y'all, for these belts. It's a huge fight. Is both fighters going to be right? Is Alexander Usyk going to look totally 5 dimensions down from the way we seen him in the first fight? Let's keep our hands, palms together, and pray that these boxing luminaries doesn't have to walk through a sabotage at the end of the day. I hope it's all right, bro. I don't want to see no damn Alexander Povetkin barely being able to walk down to the ring. I don't want to, hear any type of like Joshua old fights where the referee was too involved. You know what I'm saying? Every engagement he was there to as a divorce attorney. Nope. Nah, that's not community. You stay over there, he stay over there. Okay. Order in the court. Listen to me. When I start to walk towards you, I don't care if you're in the midst of a combination. Stop it. Halt it right then and there, okay? I'm not going to tell you again. I'm telling you, bro. This shit is not organic. Believe that. But, man, I'm not going to stay on here too long tonight. You know what I'm saying? Usyk might send AJ to the WWE. Now, if there's one person that missed it that cannot ever go to the WWE, that would be Anthony Joshua. He doesn't have the personality. They need something that's live and live in color. Even when Floyd Mayweather went over there, he did an excellent job. Even when Tyson went over there, he did an excellent job. And the list goes on and on. I will have to say, real talk, Tyson Fury, his personality was made for professional wrestling. And I wouldn't second guess myself to say that Tyson Fury won't be back over there after he hang him up. I think Vincent McMahon would give him a huge contract to go over there and fuck off, especially when it comes to WrestleMania. I really think that, they're bringing back because he has the personality for it. I see some fighters that's over there now. I see Paige Van Zandt has made her way over there. Ronda Rousey made her way over there, became champion. She's back in action now from taking some time off. She had a baby. But, you have some of these fighters, man. Riddle. Riddle was over there. He used to fight. You have some pretty good people that used to be fighters that go over there. But when it comes to a big name, Anthony Joshua is not going to be that guy, bro. Vince McMahon is not going to call Anthony Joshua, hey, robot. How you doing? I just want to run something past you there, robot. Do you think you want to come, twitch a little bit over here in four corners on the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment banner? We'll make it look real good. So what you tell me? We'll have to jump off the top rope because Joshua, he's not going to jump off the top rope. He break his neck. So if it's anything else that we can be a part of, just let us know. You know what I mean? Top rope, no. Cage, no cage. Steel ladder. No way. He couldn't do anything, bro. He couldn't do anything. No, he ain't going over there. Fuck that. Somebody will lose their job bringing Anthony Joshua in the four corners over there in World Wrestling Entertainment. Somebody will lose their damn job. And you know what? Them McMahons, you know how they play ball. They might suggest something, but if it don't work out, they're going to point the finger at somebody else. They're going to point the finger at somebody else. Nope. Now, I'm Vince McMahon. You know the protocol. It was shambles tonight, and someone have to face the consequences. But you suggest, I don't remember that. I don't remember. And you're going to stop blaming me, okay? Take some time off. You're suspended. 30 days, no pay. All right? And if I hear one more peep, I'm going to schedule you in a no-holds-barred with Cactus Jack. Don't play. I'm going to schedule you in a no-holds-barred with Cactus Jack. You better be quiet. You ain't been around long enough. Just take the suspension. And you will hear your name on the broadcast. You know, we will in light of what happened. So-and-so was suspended. You know, he violated the conduct, the code of ethics, or what they call it, what they call it in NFL. It went against, what policy was that? It went against league policies or something like that. They put in there. It went against league policies or whatever. It violated the health, whatever they say, some health policies or the league policies. Yeah. Just saying, if Usyk stops the man, might not box again. I know people saying that and everything, but this was confusing to a lot of people. Joshua stopped on his feet when Andy Ruiz defeated him, right? And then he was stopped on his feet when Alexander Usyk defeated him. So why would he leave the sport at his age just because he's pretty much losing the title again, right? What would bring people to say that his career is over when there's other fights? You have to understand one thing. I would credit Anthony Joshua. Look at his resume, dog. From Klitschko to Martin to Dillian White to Dominique Brazil to Alexander Povetkin. Come on, bro. Carlos Takam. The list goes on and on and on of who this dude has fought. Molina, Joseph Parker. Like I said before, Andy Ruiz. Come on, man. Why all of a sudden Anthony Joshua should leave and hang up his gloves if he doesn't beat Alexander Usyk in a rematch? There's still fights out there for him. He even has Dillian White on his mantle. Dillian White, he was the first one to stop him in a non-championship fight. Come on, bro. What are y'all saying? This doesn't make any sense. Why should this man stop? It's fights out there for him. It's fights out there for him, man. He only has 2 freaking losses. One from Ruiz and one from Usyk. If he loses to Usyk again, how can y'all come up and substantiate that he should leave the sport? And though he's been on all fours, and though he's been on his back, when he lost, he was on his feet. And you have to give his resume credit that, real talk, you shouldn't be up here talking about retirement with Anthony Joshua if he doesn't get his belts back. I mean, come on, bro. That's just being selfish right there. That's just being selfish, right? You know, y'all need to look back at the compilation and see all the names he has on his resume. Pretty much the who's who of the heavyweight division, besides Tyson Fury, besides Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the Joe Joyces, who is being fast tracked. Of course, he don't have the Daniel Dubois, who just had a mediocre stoppage of Trevor Bryant. He didn't get it done with Andy Ruiz the first time, but he got it done with Andy Ruiz the second time. He has him on his mantle too, dog. You look at all those names he has to include a Klitschko. I mean, you can't say the man need to retire. Stop the madness, bro. Stop the madness. Stop the madness. Real talk. Y'all like Jimmy Hart, man. The mouth of the South. I don't think he should, but he's mentally weak like that. There's not a retirement, an extended layoff. Look at it this way. Did he have an extended layoff when he lost to Andy Ruiz? Did he have an extended layoff? Seriously. Because that was worse than Alexander Usyk, in my opinion. He was stopped by Andy Ruiz. He wasn't stopped by Usyk. Did he have this extended layoff? Because I remember his fans was quiet. Ooh, woo. Them mice didn't say a word. They was quiet. You remember that time when Anthony lost? His fans disappeared. It's almost like they was cave dwellers and they came out to the light just to see Anthony Joshua fight. But when he lost, they went deep back in the cave. You didn't hear a peep about AJ's freaking fan base. After all the shit they talked about Wilder, when he lost to Andy Ruiz the way he did, man, they was quiet, deaf, mute. I was trying to send them messages in Braille. You don't have to say a word. Just read this in Braille. No. Please. We have suffered enough. Don't send us any more letters in Braille. Please, WCS, know when to call it quits, man. Stop it. We've been through enough. Stop with the sucker punches. We're on our knees begging you to stop. Stop sending messengers over here and delivering Braille. We don't know. We don't know where we go from here. Anthony Joshua people was, oh my God, bro. Oh my goodness. They went they went back in them caves deep. You didn't hear shit from the Joshua supporters. They was in purgatory, y'all. AJ can join WWE as a UK Godfather and bring out the hoes. And even then, let's just say they even try something like that. He don't have the personality for women to be around him unless people just gravitate to him for not saying too much. You know what I'm saying? Like if there have to be a female within the group that does all the talking and say he doesn't speak to just any, you know what I'm saying? They have to make him like he's the Don. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to say anything. I don't know how long that will last because the WWE, man, they're very type they're a different type of fan base, man. You have to continue to make different food items, like when it comes to their value when it from the WWE entertainment. Like you really got to keep on feeding these people new creative content, else they will boo the shit out of you. Like look, I'm gonna tell you, if boxing had a fan base like the WWE, oh my God, it'll be sick. But okay, different sports, okay. For real, different sports. People can say what they want, that it's fake and this all choreographed, but they take bumps and bruises And them fighters have to have surgeries just like everybody else. But the fan base, you have to continue to be like super creative for them to support you at a high level, bro. You know what I'm saying? For them to buy your merch, because WWE deals heavy with merchandise, with selling merchandise. I grew up off wrestling. I did. It was down here in Atlanta heavy. I used to see Tony Atlas a lot. You know what I'm saying? I used to see a lot of those wrestlers down here in Atlanta, man, when they used to get down at the Omni. I just think the accumulation of ass whoopings and his pride being broke, alongside of all the money he's made, plus I think he has a gentle mental. I can see AJ calling it quits. A lot of us can say that. We can see him calling it quits, but my thing is, it seems like you all are encouraging it just if he, just because if he loses the Usyk. Why encourage it? Dude, his resume is just crazy when it comes to the who's who of the heavyweight division at this point in time. It's crazy. Look, him coming up through the ranks, I never even thought I would like come to this point to highlight Anthony Joshua's resume. But when it comes down to him losing the Alexander Usyk, if right, and people saying he should just quit, I'm like, why? He would have lost twice to the same fighter and once to Andy Ruiz. It would just be one of those times he wasn't able to avenge his loss. Though it was freaking subpar, he did avenge his loss to Andy Ruiz. So you basically calculate all the other names on his resume. Man, those some crazy names he has on this shit, dog. It's some crazy names. And it'll be big for him to get these titles back a third time. It'll be big. It'll be big for Anthony Joshua to get these titles back. Because then one or two things can happen. You have a rubber match. Like, you have 1-1. You have a trilogy. That's another big payday for both fighters. And it serves the heavyweight division pretty damn good. Or, like I said before, if Deontay Wilder can return and fight Anthony Joshua for the titles, that would be outstanding. That would be outstanding. He doesn't have to take a tune-up, and he just comes back and fight Anthony Joshua for the titles. That'd be great. I'm still waiting on Anthony Joshua to face that appointment with Deontay Wilder's right hand. That's all. No, nothing nefarious about it. I just want him to see how he reacts to when that dynamite touches chin. I just want to see how it holds up. That's all. I think Deontay should fake the right hand, right? Just fake the right hand. Throw the one, fake the two, enough to the point where it come close to Anthony Joshua. And I think Joshua may go down from that without even Deontay touching his chin. I'm telling you, bro. I think Joshua is feeling some type of way about that wild right hand, dog. And look, if I had advice for Deontay, I'd say go back to windmilling. When you step in there with Joshua, go back to the windmilling. Because we all know Anthony Joshua can't handle chaos like that. He can't handle intense chaos. But what if Robert Garcia has solved Pandora's box? What if Robert Garcia has opened up a different chamber to Anthony Joshua's mental psyche? Imagine that shit. What if Joshua comes out here and he's about the shit? He's about the smoke. Now we're talking a whole different conversation. What if Anthony Joshua looks different? I'm saying, Just think about that. What if it's possible? What if Robert Garcia taps into a different chamber? He doesn't necessarily have to bring out the dark side, but he just have to, open up a chamber of chaos for Anthony Joshua that gives him a different level heading into the fight. He can go in there with the level of chaos, and then he can turn it into mayhem later on in the fight. What if Robert Garcia is able to unlock that? What if he was able to unlock it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and bullshit you like I know blow for blow by blow, but it'd be incredible if Robert Garcia was able to unlock the mystery. It make you think, huh? Could Robert Garcia locate the hidden chamber of Anthony Joshua and have him come back with a whole different type of energy, a high capacity energy? That would be something amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be amazing. Where does he go? He stay in the heavyweight division and he fights somebody else that's up and coming. You know what I'm saying? He fights somebody up and coming. People up here hoping and wishing that Ruiz beat Luis Ortiz. Why? Were y'all hoping that Ruiz beat Chris Areola, Mr. Taco Tuesday? The man was dropped in that fight. Y'all don't think Luis Ortiz, just because he looks a certain way against Charles Martin, he got the stoppage, bro. I'm going for goddamn Luis Ortiz, goddamn it. He stepped in there with my goddamn Deontay Wilder twice. I'm going with Luis Ortiz. Real talk. You know why? Because Andy Ruiz showed up and he had that Q painted on his freaking back. He wasn't going in there to win. He had already quit and he blamed it on the fame. He blamed it on the fame, shawty. I'm going with Luis Ortiz. King Kong. That's who I'm going with. I'm going with King Kong. I hope he shows up, goddammit. Like, I hope he fights smarter than, getting hurt early in the round with Charles Martin. But he came back and stopped him. He came back and stopped him, bro. Yeah, but you have to understand. You're saying Robert Garcia can't strengthen his chin, but he made it to the final bell. So we're not really on that type of time when you're talking about strengthening his chin. A fighter can basically do things. Let's just put it for instance. People love talking about Roy Jones being stopped by Antonio Tarver, but that was in a rematch. They had a trilogy. And he didn't get knocked out. It all depends on the fight strategy that you have to re-enter that realm of chaos. That's all. He couldn't locate the hidden chamber for his baby brother. I'm just saying with Joshua though. Joshua's always competed at a level of energy that was below what we thought his capabilities was. It was just low. It was just a bit low. We haven't really seen Joshua just get stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just break character a little bit. And goddamn punch his gloves together. Like, come on. He might even drop an N-bomb in that motherfucker. Come on, Nick. Let's go. Whole ass Nick. I'm AJ, bitch. We haven't seen Joshua do that, man. Jump out of character and get down. Maybe Robert Garcia found it. Man, Jay Ocho is being disrespectful. Y'all know damn well, bro. Y'all know damn well that Luis Ortiz's age is what they say it is. Why y'all being disrespectful like that, bro? What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all, man? If BoxRec says King Kong Ortiz is 43 and he's younger than me, then accept it for what it is and believe. Don't try to say the man is 63. You look at his hair, his hair, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I'm just saying his hair don't look great. It's not salt and pepper. They say he is. I know a friend of mine in Cuba. He say he grew up with Luis, and that's his age. He know his family. So for you all over here in the US, you need to stop hating. Luis Ortiz is 43. Y'all need to stop with that, man. Y'all just hating. Call him a man a dinosaur. Damn. So pretty much. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying, we're talking about dinosaurs and they continue to excavate fossils. Ortiz would be a living legend if he was somewhat considered a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't he have legendary status if by chance he did have some DNA? You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, Jay. Like, damn, the disrespect. He's 43 years old, dog. When I saw him at the MGM, I said, Ortiz, when your birthday? He told me, I invited you to the party, and yeah. I said, all right, bro, yeah. The margaritas was good, man. Appreciate you. Okay, no problem. Next year, same invite. RSVP. Okay, WCS. See you, amigo. Man, stop fucking with Ortiz, man. They said Ortiz fought in the Cuban Revolution. And that's fucked up, man. Y'all need to get off Ortiz, man. Respect that man. He went in there with Deontay Wilder twice. Luis Ortiz fled Cuba and took punishment just like Yordenis Ugas. I have to respect that, man. Real talk. He wanted to come over here so that he can help get money, earn money for his daughter in her condition. I got to respect him. I got to go for Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? I got to go for him just like Deontay Wilder. I have to root for Ortiz, bro. For somebody to leave Cuba as much as he did, and to have that survival mentality, I respect him. I salute the man. Real talk. I salute him, bro. I salute him. But y'all just being disrespectful, comparing that man to everything that's freaking centuries old. Damn. Let's see. This is my last topic. Ryan Garcia article just came out and he said, "You haters are paying for my jet." Ryan Garcia might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? 22 victories in, 0 defeats, 8 knockouts. Ryan feels that the haters are scared of success he's about to achieve and how he's ready to become the best fighter in the sport. I don't know, Ryan. We'll see. He goes on to say, I posted about it. The WBC mandated it, and he didn't want it. For some reason, he did not want to do it. But that's a business decision for them. I understand. And, I guess he's talking about, who is he talking about? He's talking about Fortuna. Can't be talking about Fortuna. Oh, he's talking about Javante. He had no intentions to fight. He doesn't want to fight me. His team doesn't want to fight me. I did everything in my power to make the fight happen. He know about it. I'm not really mad at it, but he tried to make it seem like, again, that I was out here trying to lie. No, the WBC mandated it. The guy's team, Isak Cruz, did not want to fight. And that was that. Oh, he talking about Isak. Just say you didn't want to fight, and that's cool. Just tell the people that you didn't want to fight, and they would be okay. They didn't want to fight at the time, which is fine. Well, they on record. Exactly. You know, Isaac Cruz. Yeah, you talking about Isaac Cruz. You want to keep the momentum going. Who did he fight? Gamboa, and he was fighting some random dude, Francisco Vargas and Gervonta Davis. This guy didn't want to fight. I really wanted to fight because the people wanted it. He was ranked number 2, and I was ranked number 1 with the WBC. I don't understand why he couldn't do it. But again, he would have got knocked out. He would have got slept. I don't know about that. You just went the distance with Emmanuel Tago, that Ryan Garcia. So you kind of chill with the KO preferences. Come on, bro. We much smarter over here. We don't really just fall for any type of behavior drops. You know what I'm saying? Our situation awareness on a whole nother level. When you say KO and you just went the distance with Emmanuel Tago, the value is extremely low, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It's not a seller's market. You ain't selling shit right now. You can't sell that you would have knocked out Isaac Cruz after he went the distance with Gervonta. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm asking for further treatment. I need to see if you medically qualified to take this next fight with Javier Fortuna. Stop the madness. Stop it. He has no power. We all know Oscar protecting that boy. Pitbull will knock him, his giraffe neck ass out. We're going to see how Javier Fortuna fares. That's all we can do. We want to see how Javier Fortuna fares against Ryan Garcia. Does he hit the canvas once? Now, I must tell my audience, check this out, though. If there's ever if there's ever an opponent, listen to me. If there's ever an opponent that can make Ryan Garcia look good, it's Javier Fortuna. Jason Williams on deck. What's good with it, bro? If there's ever an opponent that can make Ryan Garcia look good to sell his potential fight with Gervonta Davis, and that is a knockout, it's Javier Fortuna. Yes, indeed. He's the guy. He is the guy. Remember, I told you that. Remember, I told you, if there's ever a guy who can get the orders, receive the orders, and make Ryan Garcia look good, other than Luke Campbell, it'll be Javier Fortuna. It'll be Javier Fortuna. Because he's already on the Duck Masters Coalition for Ryan Garcia. So let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. D-Ray Promotions, what's good with it? Salute. Nah, I mean, Tago only has 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but did this fame meter rise a little bit with the fans? Like Frank Martin coming off that win with Jackson Ramirez, he need another name to bring his level up too. Like not Emmanuel Tago. Nobody, like people are really tuned in to this guy right now. He stopped Jackson Ramirez, right? I know that wasn't the first time him being stopped, but he stopped him, right? Emphatically. So therefore, he needs another name to bring that star power, that light back on in the right way. Emmanuel Tago is not that dude. Rolly Romero is. And it's crazy because Emmanuel Tago is much more experienced fighter than Rolly. But Rolly, people tend to love the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if Burchelt retired, but I definitely, that's information I don't have. I don't know. I know he was kind of talking about, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of talking about, if I'm correct, I could have sworn he was like talking about it as if he was going to retire. I'm not sure. I'm not going to sit up here and bullshit you like I know. I don't know. But man, y'all hold it down. Y'all been great as always. Thanks for the input, the education. You know what I'm saying? The dialogue. Y'all continue to support the channel, man. Hit the like button on your way out the door and tune in to World